Good afternoon, Norristown Area High School. My name is Robert Schmalbeck, and I am the librarian at the high school, and I also have the pleasure of being the advisor for SPICE, which is the yearbook of Norristown Area High School. Today, we're coming together in a different format to celebrate a long-standing Norristown tradition, one that we wanted to make sure did not go unmarked in our different times that we find ourselves in as the 2020 school year comes to an end. We are celebrating Spice Day. Spice Day is a tradition that has existed in Norristown for over 80 years, and it is traditionally the day that seniors get their yearbook. They go to a reception after an assembly where we all gather together. They get to sign each other's books. They get to have a nice spread of food put on by the Parents Club and generally celebrate their last moments together before graduation. Now, unfortunately, because of the situation we find ourselves in this year, we can't do those things that we normally do, but we wanted to make sure that we did recognize this day and kick off this week of award ceremonies, the virtual graduation, and then next week's drive-through graduation celebration to celebrate the class of 2020. So I've been in charge of the yearbook now for 18 years, and it's not really a job that I actually wanted to do because I was afraid of the responsibility that comes with putting together this book each year and making sure that it is done well and chronicles everything that happens in the school year. And the job was made much harder this year simply because the year kind of ended before any of us knew it. When we went home on March 12th, we didn't know we weren't going to come back in person for the rest of the school year. There were events that were lined up that we were going to dedicate pages to in the book. Those events didn't happen. We had a senior class panoramic picture that was set to be taken the following Monday. That didn't happen. Spring sports never actually got to play a game. It was a strange end to what was a good, normal school year up till that point. I'm pleased to say, though, that we put out a plea for help, and lots of people came forward with pictures of their different clubs and events. We were able to put together and fill in all those pages. We were able to chronicle the corona pandemic that we found ourselves in so we can remember what happened this year, the things that we had to do to make the year continue so that people could learn, so that seniors could graduate. And while it was certainly not the way anyone wanted the year to go, it was how the year went. And we were able to do the things we needed to do. And here we are. We are just about at the end of this extraordinary school year. We don't know what the future looks like. We don't even know what the summer looks like at this point. But we are pleased to say that we have our yearbook. We have our school year. We're going to be able to recognize our seniors and do the things that we do every year to end out a school year, even if we're doing them in a slightly different format. Each year, as a part of Spice Day, we reveal the person that the seniors have dedicated their yearbook to. Each year, the seniors class chooses a teacher that is somebody who has spoken to them, who has been important to them, who has educated and led them and molded them into the young people that they are about ready to tackle the world. This year's dedicatee comes from our English department. This year's dedicatee is a fierce educator who demands nothing less than the best from her students. She can sometimes seem to be difficult to deal with, but that is only because her standards are so high, and she will not accept people who do not push themselves to the utmost to reach their goals and be successful in life. I am pleased to announce that the senior class of the editorial board of SPICE have chosen for the 2020 dedicatee Ms. Maria Lobig of the English department.
Class of 2020, I am really honored that you've chosen me as your SPICE yearbook dedicatee. I wish that we were back in the building so that we could celebrate together and sign yearbooks and eat ice cream. One of the things that I always thought was kind of embarrassing would be to actually win SPICE yearbook dedicatee, to walk across the stage in front of hundreds of faces and then have to give an impromptu speech like all of my predecessors have done so well before me. And I always thought that if I had to do that, I would die 1,000 deaths. And here we are in pandemic, and I have to give my speech to 0 faces. I wish that I could sacrifice my embarrassment just so that we could go back into the building and be together again. This is my 21st year of teaching, and Norristown is my 5th school, but it's the best school. It's a school where I've learned the most, not just about myself, but other people. And every year, senior kids teach me something new that's particular to that graduating class. And I have to say, this class, the class of 2020, this vibrant, outgoing, made me laugh every day in class, you guys taught me that not only are you resilient and super awesome, but that hope is real. And that's really important, right? And I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Congratulations on your upcoming graduation, and I love you.
Congratulations again, Ms. Lobick, on being named Spice Dedicatee for 2020. On the shelves behind me in my living room, you can see quite a few of the Spice yearbooks from the last 20 years or so. You can also see on the second shelf there the yearbook from 1995, which is the year I graduated from Norristown. One of the things that we do at the Spice ceremony each year is we present a copy of the yearbook to be placed on the shelf at school with all the other Spice books that came before it. Mr. Roth normally accepts this book on behalf of the school, and while I can't hand him a physical copy right now, he does have some words to share with you.
How's it going, Norristown? I am happy to be with you here virtually on this Spice Day video, and Spice Day is a great reminder of all that is special about the Norristown Area High School. Yes, it is a day that revolves around the Spice yearbook, which you can walk into my office, you can walk into the library, and you can see copies of this yearbook that go back 100 years. And what's neat about it is that you can see how there are traditions that started long before this era that we're in of social media and cell phones and coronavirus. And you can see that some things have stayed the same for all that has changed. And that's really special. And I think that the Spice yearbook this year is really a great chance for us to remind ourselves that even though we have been robbed of so many special memories down the stretch of this year, we have been robbed of our last concerts and our last games and those last days with your teachers and your classmates, and of course, being here for Spice Day in person and that graduation and prom that we all wanted to have. We did get to experience a lot of memories this year. We did get to make a lot of great moments that are going to live on, not just in our hearts and in our minds, but also in this amazing book. So I certainly hope that all of you are well. I hope that you get a chance to look at the yearbook. And I really hope that our seniors come back and visit us next year, and that our underclassmen are as excited about being together in the fall as I am. And I really look forward to Spice Day 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Roth. At this point, we're nearing the end of our Spice Day 2020 virtual celebration. Even though it's not quite the same as the in-person physical version, we hope that it does serve as a good kickoff for the week of celebration that is about to start. Tomorrow, we have underclassmen awards. Wednesday, we have senior awards. And then the big event on Thursday, the virtual graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. Then the seniors will have their graduation celebration drive-through starting the following week. We're excited for the things that we're able to do to recognize our seniors, our underclassmen, our staff, our faculty, our administration, all the events and things that happen to make 2020 great. We'd like to leave you with a few pictures, a slideshow of some of those events, some of the people that made 2020 great. We wish you nothing but the best for the summer, for the class of 2020. We wish you the absolute best of luck in everything that comes from this point forward. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing everyone in person at Spice Day 2021. Thank you.